Okay, what up, everybody? This is Joel from Static ATX. We're going to try this again, second time. Before, my video was flipped around and it was annoying me. So, anyway, I just wanted to come on here today. This is my music room, and I was in the process of cleaning some stuff up. You can't really see all the mess that's down there on the floor behind me, but I had months worth of stuff just piled up everywhere. I still have some stuff piled up there, but uh, a lot of what I had down here was various records I've either bought or traded for recently. A lot of it's going to go into the store, but some of it I'm keeping for myself. And because I was cleaning up, I was like, why don't I show this? So to start out with, I'm part of there's a group of us here in the Austin area that do like basically swap meets, we sell records around town and bars and whatnot. And there was one a couple months back at a place down by the university, and I can't remember the name of the venue, but I bought some stuff that I'm going to show off to start out with. I got this stack of 7 inches, super cheap. First up was Don Henley's Boys of Summer. It's a back-to-back hits. I know why I got this, because All She Wants to Do Is Dance is on the B side. How do I turn that? All she wants to do is dance, dance. And anyway, this song was featured in the movie. Oh, geez, am I going to draw a blank on the movie? Real Genius. Remember, it was just in the scene with the pool where they go to the pool. Ooh, look at me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Anyway, All She Wants to Do Is Dance. That's why I got it. And then they had a whole bunch of these jukebox singles for Garth Brooks. There's Honky Tonk Bar Association with Every Time That It Rains on the B side. Looks like there's, I'm not sure, the A side. Oh, the A side is The Fever, and the B side is The Night Will Only Know. This one, the A side is That Summer. The B side is Dixie Chicken. And all these are going to go into the store. Here, the A side is Learning to Live Again. And the B side is Walking After Midnight. We got a lot of country music fans looking for Garth Brooks. Here's Standing Outside the Fire on the A side, and Cold Shoulder on the B side. And then these, here's another Garth Brooks. Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up on the A side, and Kicking and Screaming on the B side. And then this one in this horrible looking sleeve is a double A side, Rescue Me, Madonna. This was from this was that song they introduced on the Immaculate Collection, I know why I got this, because it's the alternate single. It's the single mix and the alternate single mix. I just kind of wanted to listen to it. I haven't had a chance to. I'm a big fan of Madonna, so wanted to check that out. Here's a couple others that I got. Some of these I've listened to already. A handful of them I haven't. This one I got from, first of all, shout out to BLK Record. Actually, hold on. The sticker got a little mangled in my record bag, but it's BLK vinyl. This is a great record store located in the downtown Austin area, BLK. Anyway, I picked up a handful of stuff from them. Here's this album that looked interesting to me. So Venetian Snares, they do like drum and bass and like, I don't know, weird electronic music. But it says Venetian Stairs with Daniel Lanois, who, that he's like a guitar player, worked with U2. I haven't had a chance to listen to this yet. It came out in 2018, but here's the back of it. I wanted to check it out, just kind of see it seemed like a weird pairing to me. Now this album here, this is Clark, aka Chris Clark. Oh, and by the way, the price at BLK, fantastic. This was $15.99. Let me take this one out. If you don't know Chris Clark, you should. Look at it. It's a triple. Come on, if I can get this. It's a triple. How can I get this shown? Triple gatefold. I don't want to damage it. Anyway, Chris Clark. There's the back of it. The album is called Death Peak. I actually haven't heard this album yet, but I'm a big fan of Chris Clark, so I wanted to check it out. It did get damaged during the shit. I could have done this for all I know. I got a little tear here. Anytime you do these triple gatefolds with all the weight of the record in there, it's gonna get damaged. About this, I'm gonna show it to you. I don't even remember what it is. I'll show you the cover. It's a little beat up. It's called Life is Ugly, So Why Not Kill Yourself. It's a really uplifting album, let me tell you. Here's the back of it. This will tell you why I got it. Take a look at that lineup. You got Red Cross, The Descendants, China White, 100 Flowers, Saccharine Trust, Minutemen, The Plebs. Anyway, this was released on something called New Underground Records. I actually didn't know this label. It seems like the kind of thing I would know. But anyway, it just looks like an old school 90, probably late 80s or 90, early 90s compilation. And so I wanted to check it out. And it was the right price. Got this. I was kind of throwing my support around to various sellers there. This is Derek Carter, house music and techno producer extraordinaire. It's called Tone Theory versus Oniro. He listed it as being acid house, deep house. It's got 4 tracks on it on the Syntax label. I don't know, I was in a mood. I like Derek Carter, so I wanted to check it out. I don't know these particular tracks. This right here is actually just a poster. And let me see. So the reason I got this is because I want to frame it for the store. I don't want to take any chances of damaging it. If I go out far enough. You see this? Yeah, yeah. So it's Prince. It's like it looks to me to be like Graffiti Bridge era Prince, maybe. There's Wendy and Lisa. Here's the Time backing them up, or I think that's yeah, Morris Day. Anyway, it's this old school Prince photo, or Prince poster. I haven't done the research to see where it came from. It was just a standalone poster, but I wanted to get it framed for the store, yeah. And it was super cheap, so. I got this album here, which I'll be honest with you, I didn't know. It just looked interesting. So here's the cover, and here's the back. It's called, it's some kind of, it says members of Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Roxy Music. It's called, I don't even know, I can't even read that. Anyway, it was cheap. It was $12. It looked interesting to me. The cover's a little beat up, but the record's in good condition. So I was just like, you know, take a chance. I like to, looks like it's a UK release as well. Anyway, just something I wanted to check out. I need to look it up later. This is really cool. I only have like 1,000 copies of the various singles for this, but this is Red Flag and Russian Radio. This is such a and the interesting thing about this this was, it's not the reason why I bought it, but it's interesting to me. Inside, someone has handwritten out the lyrics and it was in the sleeve. I mean, this tells you everything you need to know. Like back in the day, I saw this video with what's his name? Shit, I can't remember his name. Rick Beato, and he was talking about how like back in the day people would actually like pay attention to lyrics and stuff. Anyway, and they actually wrote out like there is a sound underground over and over again. Anyway, that's cool. It's to me. This is 1989 up here in the corner, Razormaid Club Mix. I'm just imagining someone like sitting at home being like, dude, I really want to be able to sing along to this in the club. Anyway, it's got the club mix, Razormaid mix, fresh club mix, and a 12-inch dub mix. It's not dub, it's just dub, meaning there's no vocals, aka instrumental. Anyway, if you know about Red Flag, this is the song produced by Paul Robb from Information Society. Okay, now we're going to switch over. That's what I got from the swap meet thing. This, Jason Rojas, our friend Jeremy, and I went to Waterloo Records for their grand opening a couple weeks back, and I picked up a few things. First up, the thing that I was most excited about, even though I have 4 copies of this my own, was a 7-inch for A Man Should Surrender by Palehead. It's a Wax Trax era single. Palehead was, of course, Al Jurgensen and Ian MacKaye of Fugazi. I have multiple copies of this 7-inch already, and the 12-inch, and everything else, so I will probably sell this in the store at some point. I don't even have my 7-inches really set up in the store yet, but I'm working on it. This is another one that I have multiple copies of, but I wanted to rescue it from Waterloo so I could sell it in my store. I'm not going to mark it up. I got it for $16. I'll sell it, maybe even less. This is Tackhead. Hopefully you know Tackhead. It's pretty standard. Now for some stuff I do not know very well. There's this one here. Hey, Stevie's in the chat. Hey, Red Flag singles. I thought about bringing. Oh yeah, I did. I love Red Flag. I mean, obviously the early Red Flag around Russian Radio was all like very Information Society-esque, but I like their later stuff too. Anyway, I got this right here. It's called the Passage Degenerates. Just looked interesting to me. I looked it up. This was in their used section. I looked it up, and it was listed as being post-punk or something like that. I looked it up on Discogs, and it looked interesting. It was released in '82 on Cherry Red Records, made in France. Anyway, it just looked interesting to me, so I picked it up. I need to actually listen to these at some point. This one was weird. The Leather Nun, Force of Habit. This one I got it for because it's $5.99. Also just looked interesting. It's on IRS. You can see their picture there. I don't know. Just looked like something I'd listen to. You know. Anyway, it was cheap. Now we're going to switch over to Breakaway Records. I bought this. I'm going to resell this in the store because I have 2 copies of this album. This is Field Mouse. The album is called Yesterday. I think it's called. Oh yeah, it's called Hold Still Life. I keep thinking the album is called Tomorrow's Yesterday because that's my favorite song on the album. This is a group. I think they're out of New York. Here's the back of it. The label is Top Shelf Records. I love this band. I've seen them live many times, or not many times. I've seen them live like 3 times back in the day. They're not really doing a whole lot these days. They're still on social media, but I think music-wise they're taking a break or something. Anyway, if you want to check out this band, check out the song "Tomorrow Is Yesterday." They did a video for it. It's track 2. The whole thing is great though. If you, it's like indie rock. I don't, you know. I'll switch to this side real quick. Show some stuff over here. So I may have brought this up on a previous stream, but I saw Spoon a couple weeks ago, and I didn't really care for them that much. But then my friend Chris, shout out to Groove Seeker, mentioned that Adrian Sherwood did a dub remix of their album called Lucifer on the Moon, or whatever. I don't know what the Spoon album's called, but the remix is called Lucifer. Anyway, the thing is on its side, Lucifer on the Moon. So Adrian Sherwood did all dub remixes of every song on the album, and I love this album because I love Adrian Sherwood. This is a very trippy album. I highly recommend it. Speaking of Adrian Sherwood, I have the new album, which it's right there. That's Adrian Sherwood's new album. But before I got the album, I got the 10-inch, the On You Sound disco plate with the Grand Designer. And it's got some additional tracks on it. So these, I just think they look cool, and I collect them. I have like a handful of them now. I don't have all of them. I'm trying to get them, but On You Sound disco plate. I don't know if you remember, if you ever fans of K Records and the anyway. I picked this up at Breakaway as well. New Candies, VYVYD, Vivid. I got their new album, and I've showed it off a few times, and I really love it. It just came out this year. This is an older album. This one came out in 2021. Anyway, I'm a new fan of this band, so I had to buy this when I saw it. I think it's out of print. This is like a, not that it matters, but this is a yellow vinyl. Yellow vinyl. I don't even know if it comes in a non-yellow. Anyway, New Candies is kind of, I don't know, like kind of post-punky. I don't know, they're good. I also got this. I'm going to show this off. So I had to order this myself. I couldn't get this for the store, unfortunately. This is the, let me find this. There's the hype sticker. Here's the hype sticker here, because I just had to fish it out. I need to cut it. It's the expanded edition 2025 of the Amateur View by 2 Rococo Rot. So this was only available, this was released by City Slang, which is a German label. It was released only in Germany. It's a double album, so it contains the original album, and it has a second disc with they say long time unavailable bonus tracks. It's a lot of stuff that were on singles and just various things. I don't think anything on here was previously unreleased. Only 500 copies worldwide and hand numbered. Oh yeah, sure enough. I didn't even notice this. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me what number that is. What the hell is that? Was that upside down V, upside down V5? Or is that 115? I don't know. Anyway, there's the track listing. There's the cover. Here's the gatefold. So the original album was not a gatefold because I have the original album. So they had to add all this. Oh, let me get this. There you go. They have these 2 inner sleeves, 1 for each side. Just have pictures of the band on one side, and then the other side, some German thank yous and credits. 2 Rococo Rot makes weird electronic music. I refuse to learn what do you call this, IDM? It's not even glitchy. I don't really know what to describe it. Here's the other one. Anyway, it's the Lipak brothers and Stefan Schneider of formerly of Kreidler. Anyway, I think this is probably their most accessible album. Like, it's hard to recommend it because I think it's the kind of music that not a lot of people listen to, but I love it. And even though I have the original album on both vinyl and CD, I wanted to get this deluxe version just because this is the collector in me. I also wanted to show off this album again. Rhys Fulber, Frontline Assembly. This album is, the way I describe this album is like it's like a dark rave. Like if you had like like an old school rave for rivet heads. This is how I would describe. It's not EBM. It's more like dark techno with a industrial bent to it. It's like Frontline Assembly but ravier. Like it's like pure dance music. Other way, I love this album. It came on this blue vinyl that matches the cover. Anyway, the other thing I'll show off, I probably showed it off again, but I probably showed it off before. I'm gonna do it again. One Step Out of the Spider MC 900 for Jesus. This was released on NYX label, or no, sorry, NTX Records. This is part of their let me show you here, DFW Legacy series. It is numbered and limited to 600. I got number 549. You can kind of see the gatefold here. I'm a big fan of MC 900 for Jesus. I have this album on CD. I did not have it on vinyl. In fact, I think this is the first vinyl pressing of it. It might be. I need to. If only I did some research beforehand. But anyway, here's the track listing. You could easily look up, like, If I Only Had a Brain. Yes, I do know Automatic. In fact, their new album is on its way. I should be getting it here in the next couple days. I do love Automatic. Yeah, so anyway, back, you can check out If I Only Had a Brain on YouTube. They made a video for it. I think there's a video for Rhubarb too, the last track. Anyway. That came on this blue and purple swirl vinyl. Anyway, I wish I could carry that stuff in the store, but I don't. I don't think they make it available. So the other things I'm going to show off real quick, the new Wolf Alice album. I'm actually still a fan of this album. It's the white, like a cream vinyl, Wolf Alice. Okay, now these records I got even before, like the previous trip to Breakaway. It's Peter Murphy. This is Should the World Fail to Fall Apart. This is like the original cover. Peter Murphy. I love it. I forgot where I can put these records so I'm not going to fall over. This is one I'm probably going to sell. I got this at Antone's when we went. This is New Age Steppas, Foundation Steppers. This is an OG, an original On You Sound copy from whatever year it came out. So I love dub music and I love On You Sound, but New Age Steppas, I struggle with it a little bit. Like, it's not bad. It's not something I'm going to listen to a lot, but it's hard to find these originals. I'm definitely going to sell it just because I know I'm not going to listen to it. I found this. It was $1.99. Desire by Gene Loves Jezebel. If you... ooh, look, it's got a promo stamp. It's super cool. No. Anyway, Desire, classic club track. This is like one of maybe like 3 or 4 songs that I never get tired of hearing. Anyway, it's got 2 different versions of Desire on it. It's got the album version and then the 12-inch mix, and then it's got some B-sides. Worth Waiting For, Crow, and Flame. It's on the Relativity label. I also picked this up. I'm a big fan of Nine Inch Nails. I did not have this. This is called the Manhattan Project. It says the long-awaited release of the Manhattan Project recordings, overseen by Atticus Ross and Peter Christopherson. Remastered 2019 audio. Yeah, so I got this at Innoveneer, and I have not heard it before. And I think I did put this on. It's multiple or is it multiple discs? I think I only listened to one side of it, but I think it's a live album. And I actually forgot that I bought this. I haven't even opened this up yet. This is How to Walk Away, Juliana Hatfield. Haven't even cracked it open. How embarrassing. This is her album she released last year. But I'm a fan of Juliana Hatfield. I need to open that record up. And maybe the last one that I show is this one, Coil. Or here's the front. Here's the back. It's another big, thick. Let me take it out. Hold on. The records are all going to fall out here. Hold on. This is the new Backwards from Coil. This was released on Infinite Fog Records. It's hard to get these in the States, or at least hard for me to get them in the States. So yeah. Let me take the price sticker off because I'm keeping this. Anyway, that's what I got. Yep, that's what I got. Cool. So I appreciate those who showed up. Looks like we actually had 3 viewers in here, including my buddy Stevie. So tomorrow is the first Texas date of the Cold Waves tour. Let me pull that up here. I'll just show it real quick. So if you don't know, let me close this. Let me see if I can share this if it shows up. Yeah, let's fix the camera here. So Cold Waves is a festival that happens up in Chicago. You can kind of see it up here. This is the traditional Cold Waves tour, or sorry, the Cold Waves festival. But down here they decided to take it out on tour. That's what this little flyer is here. So it's being headlined by Frontline Assembly, Clock DVA, Lead Into Gold. Those 3 are touring, doing the whole tour, and then on some of the dates you're going to get Nitzareb and Mentalo and the Fixer. We are extremely lucky. I don't know if you can see this because it's really tiny, but tomorrow is the Dallas date, and on the Dallas date we are getting, or no, we're not getting Nitzareb. So tomorrow we're getting Frontline Assembly, Mentalo and the Fixer, Clock DVA, and Lead Into Gold. Lead Into Gold, by the way, has a new album, and actually you can see it on the stream. It's right, where's my finger? It's right there. Wait, there, that's my Lead Into Gold album. It's laying flat on the little chair there. Anyway, that's happening up in Dallas, so I will be there, and then that's happening at the Granada Theater on Lower Greenville. If you go to the show, say hi. I'll be in the crowd somewhere. And then that's Thursday. So on Friday is the Austin show. And an Austin show, we're getting Frontline Assembly, Mentalo, and the Fixer, Clock DVA, and Lead Into Gold. But we're also getting Nitzareb. And that'll be fun. And then the day after that, on Saturday, they're playing Houston. And then Houston is when Mentalo and the Fixer is dropping off. and we're getting Nitzareb, Frontline, Clock DVA, and Lead into Gold. What you may not realize when you see this tour, so Frontline Assembly and Lead into Gold toured here not that long ago. In fact, was Frontline here earlier this year, or was it late last year? But Frontline Assembly and Lead into Gold have been here several times in the last few years, as has Nitzareb. Nitzareb's been here relatively recently. Mentallo and the Fixer, however, they are from Texas, and they have not played any shows here in a very, very long time. It's going to be absolutely amazing seeing them play live again. I never thought I'd see them live again. And then Clock DVA has never, as far as I know, or at least not any time that I was around, toured America. So to have a chance to see Clock DVA is out of this world amazing. So that's what I'm going to be busy doing tomorrow and Friday. I have tickets to the Houston show. The Austin show's at the Mohawk downtown. Highly recommend going. There are still tickets available. And I think there are... I do have tickets to the Houston show. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go or not. If I don't go, and you live in Houston and you see this video, and you want my ticket, if I can't go, just hit me up. And then they're heading to Tampa, Florida, Baltimore, Atlanta, Chicago, Denver, New York City, Boston, Rochester, Cleveland, and then Ferndale, Michigan. I think you'd be absolutely nuts to miss this show. You're not likely to see something like this in Texas again, maybe ever. So anyway, let me hide that, put this back over here. Anyway, I'm not going to drag this out. I could sit here all day and just sit here and ramble on. Hey, Stevie, I appreciate it. I'm almost guaranteed to have a good time. I'm going to be back in Dallas. I am likely going to have to leave Austin late, so I always try to hit up some record stores up in Dallas. I don't think I'm going to have enough time. Last time I went to Josie Records and Good Records. Good Records, that's my old shop that I hit up all the time. There was some other, what was that name of that store? There's another store up there that I've been meaning to hit up, but anyway, I can't remember. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to hit up any record stores while I'm in Dallas, unfortunately. But anyway, that's all I got. Appreciate those who came to the live. I always do these live streams. I don't like recording videos and then just posting them. It's just easier that way. Anyway, I'm going to head out, finish cleaning up this room, and I will post on social media when I'm reopening the store. Guaranteed Sunday. I just know myself. I probably will not go to the Saturday show. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to head out. Peace. Hope you guys have a good night. And yeah, Stevie, we will have the Automatics new album. I've seen them a few times. They come for South by Southwest back in the day. So, yeah, peace out.